can you show me where you've done this before? You don't need past results, case studies, or any kind of track record to get your first deal on board. So in this video, let's break it down. First thing I want to share with you is how to set your business and yourself up for success. People trust people. The best thing that you can do is the same thing as I did. It's start promoting your personal brand and producing content, images, videos online, on social media about the subject matter you are looking to become an authority in. So if that's marketing, for example, you want to make sure you're producing content all around marketing, the current trends, what's happening, research into your space and figure out what do people actually want to know, and more importantly, what will make a difference in their business. That's super, super important. Figuring that out and start talking about that and emitting that into your industry will naturally start to make people aware, okay, this is the guy that I need to listen to when it comes to improving my business and its marketing. You set yourself up as an authority and people are starting to listen to you. Now you can start driving them to calls. On those calls though, one of the biggest mistakes you can make when starting out from the very beginning fresh, and honestly, it's one of the mistakes I made, is you start pushing the sale way too hard when in reality, you don't have any experience. You don't actually know if this service is going to work for the client because you haven't done it yet, right? Which is when all that imposter syndrome starts kicking in. Don't worry, I'm gonna do a video on that. And the third thing is you can start to hesitate because you're getting asked questions because you don't have that call time, that 10,000 hours, which you'll naturally develop once you've built your business and you're speaking to so many different customers. You can start to hesitate, you can start to lose yourself. And as soon as your client feels that, a client or a potential client is like a mirror. They're going to mirror back that energy back to you. And if you're hesitating, that naturally means they're going to start hesitating and no deals are going to be done. So how can you sell without selling? The best place to start, guys, is by taking the pressure off yourself and asking a shitload of questions to the client. Give them what I like to call the microphone. Pass the mic, give it to them. Let them do the talking by asking the right questions about their marketing, about their brand, about their journey, about their life, about their goals and targets, how and who and what they are as a business. All of these things can allow you the time to not only gather your thoughts, prepare for the right kind of sentence or piece of information you want to share next, or educate the client. It gives you also that peace of mind to know that you're actually learning from them. So without selling, you know, this is all about how to sell without selling. You're not selling them anything because actually they're selling you on who they are and where they want to go. Now the question is, are you the person, are you the business to help take them to that destination? Does that make sense? I hope so. If it doesn't, drop a question in the comments and I can clear that up for you. Let's say you've done all that. The next question, the big question is, okay, great. I love your energy, Aaron. I love how you've really got to know my business and learned about our goals and objectives. Tick, 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 everything's looking great. However, that big bomb of a question comes that just blows your mind. You've been waiting for it, you've been avoiding it all cool, because in your mind, if you don't have results, if you don't have a website, if you don't have any track record, there's no way in hell this client is going to work with you. Like I said at the beginning, that is wrong. And that question that gives that level of anxiety that so many suffer from in the beginning is, can you show me where you've done this before? So how do you guys handle that objection? Because that's what it is. It's an objection, even though you haven't made an offer potentially, or it might be right after your offer. All right, great, I see the value, I don't mind the price point, I can afford it, but can you show me some examples of where you've done this before? Now, I've seen people go straight into justification mode. I've seen people start talking about confidentiality and how they can't break NDAs and start lying basically to the client. But I want to introduce you guys to a different concept, and this worked for me. And really and truly, it's just a human communication level of activity that I want to introduce to you guys. It's just communication, and that is honesty. Guys, be honest with the prospect. It's okay that they don't have, or you don't have any results to show them, and that they can't be shown any results right now. So the first thing you can do is be honest. Look, this is where I'm at as a business. I've been doing this now for XYZ. I'm excited, and really it's an advantage for your brand that I'm going to be doing this for you first right now because I need the case study. I need the results more than ever before. And you are going to be the massive benefactor of me getting this right for your business and brand. Now, I am working on some other projects right now for free. You might be working on your own personal brand. You can call that a project. You might be working on your dog or your cat's Instagram page. That is a project, so you can reference, look, I'm working on a few other things right now with a few other brands. However, my focus and where I'm at as a business right now allows me to give you the absolute best in service that you have ever experienced in your business. So what do you think? Shall we get started? That, my friends, is honestly, if a client has the issue that they can't see results and they're not sold on you as a person, you and your potential to get them results, your energy, all of these other factors are way more important than you proving that you've done this for someone else. Now, another thing that you can add to that objection is, look, me getting results for other clients really and truly has no bearing on my ability to get results for you, because no matter what, every single one of these clients, even if they're in the same industry, selling the same type of product, it could even be from the same damn factory all the way across the other side of the world with a different logo printed on it, all of those things equate to not actually giving any real advantage to your brand, because your brand is your brand. The stories you tell, the audience you have, the advertising budget you have, all of these things are unique to you. So me actually getting the result for XYZ, even though it can give you some confidence, it is actually no guarantee of success. And any marketer who's giving you a 100%, no holds barred guarantee of success is probably overselling what they're going to be able to do for you because they want your money. Now, when you say something like that to a client and you handle the objection that way, now all of a sudden there's a different level of trust in the air. They feel better, they feel like they can trust you. You're being 100% transparent about yourself, what you can bring to the table and the industry that you're in. And that can kind of reshape their belief system about needing to see results and track record in order for them to be successful with their marketing, for example. Now, that might have been in the beginning of a call, that might be at the end of a call, but what you really want to focus on, guys, like I said, it's all about how to sell with no results. You really want to focus on the strategy and educating that client. Once you've actually asked all of these amazing questions, you know everything you need to know about them. You have to be on the ball. You have to have the skills and the acumen in whatever it is that you're delivering to them to build a strategy and a roadmap that you can then execute. Okay, and that's live on the call. That's not, something that you're going to be able to take away. Let me build it out. Let me figure it out. You don't have time for that because you're probably going to generate more calls than you'd be able to deliver proposals and bespoke things like that for without getting paid. So you're going to need to be able to be responsive and give a broad overview of the exact strategy that you want to deliver for this client based on that information they've given you. And then it becomes more about the strategy and you educating that business on why you think that's the direction to take and also how the whole thing works. And now that isn't you becoming, the person who's going to teach them and educate them to a level where they can do it themselves on that call. You're just going to educate them on how the process works and how the strategy will roll out on a timeline. So for us as marketers, for example, look, we have a done for you marketing service. Once you've made the payment, we'll onboard you through this team member. After you've been onboarded, we've got access to everything we need. We get your media files, we build out your first version of the campaign. That can take 5 to 7 days. Deliver your first draft. Next. So that is what we're teaching the client on how we operate and how we work. Then, once you've got to that phase, the whole point of that conversation is actually making an offer, okay? So to do X, Y, Z, do you believe that could help you? Yes, amazing. Look, so to get started with our done for you marketing service, it's going to cost X, Y, Z, whatever your price point you decide is. And that's it, guys. Really simple, really straight to the point. Honesty is your best policy. Don't feel like you have to become someone else. Don't feel like you're an imposter. A lot of us get imposter syndrome when we're starting something new, when we're trying to figure out how to get started in any new endeavor, right? For me, it would be like ballet. I know nothing about ballet, so I'm gonna feel imposter syndrome if I was going to go and do a performance and start twinkle toes across the stage, right? It's not gonna happen. So when you feel that imposter syndrome about getting started in your agency, getting those first clients on board, don't overdo it and overcomplicate it. Don't feel like you have to pretend to be somebody else. You are good as you are. You're in the exact right position to help people in their business, as long, of course, you've trained yourself up and you've learn how this stuff works. That's of course the caveat to that. But even for those of you who are just selling this service, that run, let's say, an outsourced business model where other people deliver the service on your behalf to a high standard, look, you might not even know how to do this stuff yourself, but as long as you know how it works, as long as you're honest with the client, look, this is how it works, this is what I think can get you the result. And also, I don't have the track record to show you because I'm just getting started, we're a fresh agency, but I know X, Y, Z because I've done this training, that training. I'm committed to this, I need the case studies, I need the results. Honestly, people respond amazingly well to that level of transparency. Check out my book, The First 365. It is in the description below. This is going to give you our exact master blueprint on how we go about signing new clients week in, week out in our agency. Set yourself up. The best news, guys, it's free. Go get yourself a free copy. Those of you who are new to the channel, or even those of you who have been watching for a while, make sure you check out one of the other videos that are probably on the screen right now too.